Greetings everyone, my name is Greg. In this video I am going to talk about a $1 trillion bit of bullshit. The other day when I was at work, I had a little kid hand me this. And I made a joke about it and had said about when I came to work I didn't expect that I'd be a trillionaire. To me, it was a joke. I wasn't going to go off on the little kid about the blatantly immoral and unethical message behind this. But I'm going to be going into, this is going to be the subject of this video. But before I get into this bit of bullshit, I do want to address something that I've noticed on different videos, and it is something that I want to bring to everyone's attention because it's something that I don't even have control over it as far as if a comment is classified as spam. One thing I have found is if somebody leaves a comment that has a link to another YouTube channel or another video, a lot of times YouTube will just classify it as spam, and it will not even give the option of approving it. It's basically, you only have the option to remove it. And in that regard, if you're watching someone's YouTube channel and you want to, like if you want me to see something that another YouTuber has done about a topic that you might want me to cover, send me an email. I'll have in the description bar below my OccultThinkTank email. That if you want to have basically a discussion where you want me to view a video, that would be the way to go. Because otherwise YouTube would most likely classify it as spam, and it would have me basically feeling like I'm dealing with someone that's wanting to troll me. Because I deal with a great number of trolls. It's almost daily that I have some degree of trolling that I have to deal with. But when I saw this, when I was at work, I don't really let the atheist side of me run free when I'm at work because it's a public place and I can't really. It's basically the same as someone that's a Christian needs to keep their God shit separate from the workplace. By the same token, I should hold back on my anti-God and that type of shit. The going off that I can on immoral shit like this. And I certainly wouldn't do it towards a little kid, because a little kid, they don't know any better. All they're doing is they're basically a tool of their parent. And no, I wasn't even going to go off on his mother about how immoral the message behind this shit is. Because basically time and place, that wasn't the place. If somebody like that would encounter me when I'm not at work, yes, I would give them a serious tongue lashing regarding basically what type of values are you teaching your fucking kid? Do you tell them that they can do whatever they want and then just say they believe Jesus died and that takes it away? Then where are you teaching them a damn thing? Where are you teaching them anything except you can get away with anything you want so long as you say you think that Jesus died? Where the fuck is that moral? But I want to show this because I had looked it up online, and that's the $1 trillion bit of bullshit, in case you couldn't really see what I was holding. That's it. Now, the back of it is this shit. And I'm going to break this down. Will you go to heaven when you die? Let me first address this aspect. The idea of, will someone go to heaven when they die? I can't say that there isn't a heaven, although I would raise the big question, and this is something I have raised at work with different coworkers. We're talking about things like this, where I've said the big issue I have behind the heaven notion, and it goes along the lines of my issue with ghosts, is what evidence do we have that consciousness can exist without the human brain, without the living physical brain? Because there's also the fact that if a person has damage happen to their brain because of like an accident of some kind, be it car accident or other kind of accident. I heard a case about somebody that had a metal rod go through their head and they survived, but their personality completely changed. If their personality completely changed due to traumatic brain injury, then what's the real them? Which one of them would be in an afterlife? Which way would a God look at this? And if you're going to try to say it would choose or look at the fully functioning brain, then would this God also regard somebody that has, say, a sociopath or a psychopath, that they have clear damage or the brain is not functioning like a normal brain does? There's a defect in the brain, be it chemical or whatnot. If that is the case, are they responsible then for what this choices and so forth that they've made in life? Because there you're opening up a big can of worms, one to which you can't definitively answer, because you can't even answer definitively, is there a heaven or is there a hell? It is a matter of what Christians would call faith, which is something that I have shown is nothing more than delusional disorder. Don't come at me and try to act like your delusional disorder is evidence for the bullshit you want to claim. However, here is a quick test. Have you ever told a lie, stolen anything, or used God's name in vain? That is stupid Ray Comfort type of bullshit. The 10 Commandments, Christians, Living Waters Ministry, all Christian churches, all Christians, the 10 Commandments do not apply to me. They know the 10 Commandments no more apply to me than keeping kosher applies to me. I'm not Jewish, so the Jewish laws do not apply to me. The laws that I am obligated to obey are the laws within the United States of America, and more, as well as the laws in the specific state that I live in. Those are the laws I have to obey. Those are the only laws that fucking matter to me. I don't give a goddamn about Jewish law. I'm not Jewish. So the entire basis of here's a quick test, irrelevant to me. However, this next is absolutely stupid. Jesus said, whoever looks on a woman to lust has already committed adultery with her in his heart. That is stupid for the simple fact I can't commit adultery. Putting aside the fact that the Jewish laws don't apply to me, I am incapable of committing adultery. You know why, Christians? I'm not married. in Jewish terms, having sex with somebody outside of marriage is not adultery, you stupid fucks. It is called fornication. Adultery can only be committed if you are married, you stupid, uneducated, biblically illiterate bastards. If you want to try and threaten somebody, you should be really more educated on what your bullshit Bible says. However, have you ever looked with lust? It's stupid. Will you be guilty on Judgment Day? Not of Jewish laws, because they don't apply to me. I'm not Jewish. If you have done those things, God sees you as a lying, thieving, blasphemous adulterer at heart. Actually, no, it wouldn't. Even if this God would exist, it would be the first to say, unless you're Jewish, Jewish laws don't apply to you, dummy. And you want to talk blasphemous? You want to talk Living Waters ministry? You really want to talk what the God would call blasphemous? What you say next, the God would call blasphemous, idolatry. But the Bible warns if you're guilty, you will end up in hell. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. There is nowhere in the entire Bible, Old or New Testament, where it says if you're guilty of breaking the Ten Commandments, you're going to go to hell. Nowhere does it say that. That is stupid church dogma. Don't try pushing your it's written in the Bible. Book, chapter, and verse, Living Waters ministry. You want to say something is written? Book, chapter, and motherfucking verse. Otherwise, I am calling you fucking liars. You want to act like this shit is in the goddamn Bible, even though even if it was, it wouldn't make it true. No more than Darth Vader is talked about in Star Wars movies. Does that mean Darth Vader's real? Stupid bastards. However, God, who the Bible says is rich in mercy, sent his son to suffer on the cross for guilty sinners. Absolutely false. That is nothing more than what the God of the Old Testament would call 1, blasphemy, 2, idolatry. Because the God makes it goddamn clear. Numbers 23:19, and just because before I get into this, and I don't want to have to deal with this stupid shit. There we go. Okay. Numbers 23:19. God is not a man that he should lie. But right off the top, whatever the God of the Bible is, there's a bit of a question as to what it is. But one thing that we can know abundantly clear, according to the Old Testament, Jewish Bible, the Torah, God is not a man, neither the Son of Man. Jesus is not God, you stupid, blasphemous idolaters. You want to talk about what the God of the Bible would and wouldn't like? You should know what's in the fucking book. Furthermore, claiming that he sent his son to die on the cross. Bullshit. Psalms 49 verse 7. None of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give God a ransom for him. None of them. Living Waters ministry. It is immoral as hell to try and act like Jesus paid the price for you. The raped woman remains raped. The molested child remains molested. The murdered person remains dead. The abused wife remains abused. Why the fuck should the criminal, the person that inflicted the harm or killed them, get away and have it washed clean because they say they think something? That is fucking immoral. This is what fires me up with Christians. They don't give a goddamn about morality. All they care about is getting their own sorry, self-centered ass washed away. It is blatantly immoral. I find it downright offensive. It is also written, Proverbs 17, verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord. The idea that you are justified by faith, and that Jesus died as an innocent sacrifice for you, both are an abomination. How's it feel, Christians, to know you're an abomination to the God? Do you think it's going to give you a pat on the head and a fucking cookie? Or would it be more inclined to do what I'm actually trying to do in a sense, is kick you in the fucking ass and be, how fucking dare you try to claim that you can get away with whatever stupid bullshit you want just because you claim to think something. It doesn't wash. It can't. I had sent this Living Waters ministry an email. I shot them a fiery email. And I had asked them, do you even read your Bible? Because one of the things, I'll go back to it quick, they do actually say at the bottom of this stupid bullshit, then read your Bible daily and obey it. Well, you stupid hypocrites, you don't read the fucking thing. Why should someone else read the fucking Bible and obey it when you obviously don't? You really want to play this fucking game? Because one of the things I had pointed out to them, and I'll do this real quick, just because, okay, helps if I hit the right thing. I had said to them, and I've said this to other Christians, Exodus chapter 12, verses 1 through 14. I'm not going to go through all of this because I have in other videos. So you can look at other videos I've done. I specifically addressed this. But I had pointed out to them the whole shit with the Passover sacrifice. And how the purpose of it was so that God would not murder firstborn babies. It had nothing to do with sin. It had nothing to do with salvation. The only thing it had to do with was, number one, trying to get the Egyptians out of Egypt, and two, murdering innocent babies. That's what this is about, Christians. If you want to try and make a big fucking issue out of Passover, you should fucking read it. You know, Living Waters Ministry. Read your fucking Bible daily. And I wouldn't say obey it, I would just be aware of it. Know what's in the goddamn book. Know what is in this shit if you're actually going to try and say you believe it. Or you want to defend it and you want to act like it is right. Goddamn read it. So that when you have to deal with someone like me that is nailing you right between the fucking eyes with both goddamn barrels on what is in your fucking Bible that you can actually give some kind of defense to it. Because the truth of the matter is, the Christians that I deal with, or the spiritual people, it's a crock. They don't know the book that they want to try and babble about. They don't know jack shit. But they want to try and act like they know more than me. They want to try and act like I don't know what I'm talking about, when I can rub their ignorant nose in book, chapter, and verse. It's not a game, Christians. Because one person had said about people having hope in like an afterlife or whatnot. Let me address this real fast, because this bothers me. This idea of, you want to take away people's hope. What I'm taking away is their delusion, their false hope. Because hope in something that is not true is not only worthless, it is harmful. Because a person will live their life based on the ideas that they have, be it regarding a heaven, a hell, a religion, be it Islam, Judaism, Christianity, Buddhism, even atheism or Wiccan. Any belief system you have, it will impact the way you live your life. You will live your life in a reflection of the things that you believe. That being said, if you honestly believe that you can get away with goddamn murder so long as you say you think a Jesus died for you, then what regard are you going to have for anyone but you? If you honestly believe anything you do can be washed away by saying you think a Jesus died, then what is to stop you from going out and being as nasty, cruel, sadistic as you want? Because after all you have to do is mouth fucking words. It's just like what I dealt with my mom growing up. The verbally tearing me apart and then being, oh, I'm sorry. If you were, you wouldn't keep fucking doing it. Don't come at me. Don't act like you can do something and then mouth fucking words, and that'll wash it away. That is goddamn immoral. And that is the direct result of the belief system that says all you have to do is believe and you can be forgiven. No, you can't. Because honestly, my relationship with my mom was very hostile. Because yes, she would mouth the words of being sorry. But to me, no, you're not. You're saying it doesn't mean shit. Because tomorrow, day after, whatnot, you'll be doing the same shit again. I know it. Your pattern has proven itself. I've seen it too many times. As a little kid, yeah, I bought it. Because you want to believe your parents. But it doesn't take long. I'm not one to be freaking stupid Charlie Brown with the goddamn football. Now, you can't hold that football and be, okay, I'll hold it and then just yank it away at the end. You might get me once, but you ain't getting me after that. I can goddamn guarantee that. And that is something. If you're one that's going by this idea of an afterlife, of you're going to get paid off, your payday will come when you're dead. Number one, you're wasting your life on a delusion. If the only reason you do good things for others is because you're looking for a payday after you die. Number one, if there would be something after we die, I would look at it and say, you shouldn't get paid off. Because if that was your motivation was selfish. You weren't doing it to actually want to help somebody. You were doing it because you wanted paid. You wanted to get a penny for it. It's immoral. You do not deserve a reward for being a selfish prick, for being someone that's looking out for themselves and looking at, well, how can I get paid off? Where's my payday? If you want paid for what you do to help somebody, don't expect to have some kind of magical whatnot. No. You're stroking your ego is all the payment you're going to get. It's more than you deserve. But the thing is, if someone's going and living their life with this idea of an afterlife, and the problem of consciousness comes in, they die, and you can't have consciousness without a living brain. They've wasted their life on a lie. There are things that a person could do to improve the only life that we know we're going to have. And say, fuck Christianity, fuck religion, fuck you selfish bastards that simply want to use this to line your pockets. Fuck you bastards. And be, you know what? Somebody that's having a hell of enough time on their own, making ends meet, like the elderly that maybe they have pets and so forth, a lot of cats or a lot of dogs, but they're having problems paying their bills, having food. Instead of giving money to a selfish church organization or a stupid fucking ministry that is only interested in lining their goddamn pockets, instead of buying into that bullshit, they could use that money to benefit themselves. Why shouldn't they? How dare any Christian try to act like they should give that to a god by giving it to some rich fucking evangelist or ministry that doesn't give a goddamn about them. Because if you don't goose step, as they say, they're real quick to want to threaten you with torture. These people don't even stop and think about what they're advocating. They don't care. All they care about is using threats to bully you so that they get their payday. It is obnoxiously stupid. The thing is, it fires me up, because the whole notion of Jesus, it doesn't work. It is not only refuted in the Old Testament, it is refuted with fucking logic. All you have to do is fucking think. Really stop and fucking think. As a parent, what kind of parent would give a massive loophole to anything you do so long as you say you think something? What exactly is that supposed to teach? Other than fuck everyone else, you can be as much of an asshole as you want and just mouth words. And you can have everything you did washed away. It doesn't fucking matter. What are you teaching a child by teaching them that? I can tell you what you're teaching them. You're teaching them to be a self-centered, egotistical, spoiled, millennial brat. Obviously, you people don't care about teaching children how to be decent human beings. You want to teach them to be as selfish and self-centered as you are. And then you want to bitch and cry and whine because the world is in the condition it's in. It's in the condition it's in because of the shit you're doing, because of the shit you're teaching these kids. You're wanting to give them a trophy and a safe space and act like everybody should get a pat on the head and a fucking cookie. No, they shouldn't. Because especially if you're going around with the attitude of anything you do can be washed away just by mouthing words. Fuck your mouthing words. Fuck what you say. It's a matter of what can you prove. It infuriates me. I have not heard back from this Living Waters ministry, and frankly, I don't expect to. Because Christians like that, they're cowards. They certainly don't know their Bible. And they sure as hell won't try. Even talking to somebody like me. Because yeah, I hit them with book, chapter, and verse. I'll rub their ignorant nose in their goddamn Bible. And the thing is, someone like that, they wouldn't want to talk to me. They wouldn't want to be on mic and be interviewed by me because it would be a matter of, yeah, they'd be in the hot seat. They would have to try and figure out a way to defend this bullshit. But these ministers, they don't want to do it. They don't, because they know that it will make them look like an ass. Because frankly, go along with this, you have to be an asshole. Feel free to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Later, people.